Sorry for coughing. Oh, God. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hold on, let's try this again. Reverse position. Whoa, no, not that way. Okay, let's see if we can do this again. Hi, everyone. It's me, Xena, and it's me, Gabriel. Oh, again. Hi, everybody. It's me, Xena, and me, Gabrielle here. And today we're going to talk about, same-sex marriage getting legalized in the United States. Now, for a very, very long time, probably going back to maybe the 1970s or even earlier than that, the idea of same-sex marriage was a taboo. It was, something that the United States federal government was always hesitant and very, wary on legalizing. Now, for a very long time, there were certain groups of people that they basically did not want to offend. And I guess there were groups of people out there that felt it was wrong and basically would always try to find ways to, counter this. Like Congress would always come up with bills, I guess, and the president was always going to sign them, and the Supreme Court was always going to rule that it was constitutional, and there was always going to be people to try to put pressure on the president and Congress and Supreme Court not to rule in that, favor. And this happened for a long time. Now, I know there have been many countries that already legalized it. I know in Canada it's been legalized for at least 4 years. But the United States recently legalized same-sex marriage. And I know there's going to be a lot of people in the religious group that are going to oppose this. They're going to say it's a sin, it's a crime. But I don't remember it ever being mentioned as a sin or a crime. People, they say the idea of marriage is between a man and a woman, and that's their opinion of it. But there's always been a separation between church and state, and certain religious people always want to put pressure to hold people down. Oh, I dropped my fighting staff. Ugh. Sorry for that burp. Oh, here we go again. Fighting staff that never wants to stay in my hand. Then don't. Ugh. Sorry for that burp. That always, always like to bully and harass people, claim that it was a sin and a crime to have a sexual preference, that, that type of marriage was wrong. But there's always been a separation between church and state. So, and the United States federal government has finally legalized same-sex marriage, and I want to say that it was a good fight, Xena says. Now, yeah, Gabrielle said, now, me and Xena, we're heterosexuals, but we have a lot of support for homosexuals, especially in that same-sex marriage right. A lot of people tried to claim it was a privilege, but now it's a right now. And I know a lot of homosexuals have gotten a bad rap over the years because people disapprove of them having their sexual preferences and all kinds of stuff. But now they can get married. And I know that a lot of people are strongly against this for various different reasons, but I'm happy because, let's face it, the homosexual community, the gays and the lesbians, have been fighting for a very long time to get this right. That should have been a right by default for them, but it never was until now. And I know I know that some people are going to say it's wrong, and they're going to try to put pressure on the president and Congress and Supreme Court to reverse the decision. And I just want to say it's good that those people finally got that right. That they finally have the right to get married. And there's going to be people who don't like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Christian, and so is my mother. And we believe that we really don't know if homosexuality is right or wrong. There is no evidence or proof of it. I mean, people are going to say in the Bible and the Quran and the Torah that there is proof, but there really isn't. And as far as marriage is concerned, if these people truly love each other and they want to have a commitment, why not? They're not hurting anyone. They're paying the same fees as everybody else for that state marriageable license, regardless if it's done by a church or a synagogue or a mosque or local, county, state, or federal court or whatever the case is. They ain't doing anything wrong. It's not like they're going out and committing crimes or sins. There's no proof or evidence that homosexuality is a crime or a sin. And I'm happy for them. Really are. So, I know that some people are going to give us hate for this. We're going to probably get thumbed down. People are going to say, oh, you support same-sex marriage. You support the people with sexual preferences having the right to marry each other. Yeah, I do. Because I'm not ignorant. I'm open-minded. I'm very tolerant of people's different sexual preferences. Anything else you want to say? Well, after having the fighting staff fall down multiple times, burping, switching of positions, we finally got this video up. Now, I'm very happy that at least now the United States can say that they legalize same-sex marriage, and maybe the other countries and other people who are, very mean towards people of different sexual preferences can finally see, hey, maybe if the United States is doing this, maybe we should do it too. But just because one country or countries out there legalize it isn't going to change people's tolerances. It's not going to change people's opinions of homosexuality, And it's certainly not going to make them change their minds about being tolerant or respectful, whatever the case is. But it's a start in a good direction, At least now the people with the sexual orientations don't have to go to a different state. They don't have to go to a different territory. They don't have to travel to other countries just to get the right that they can get at home now. So that's about it. Xena Warrior Princess, Gabrielle Battling Bard, Poedia. See you tomorrow.